to slow again and stamp out misinformation with only the facts. And now, listen to the Supreme Grand Master, Nayya MalachiZodok out.
Yes, it is. Yes, in the corner. I don't answer questions on the tablet. I have private classes on that. See, my philosophy on the tablets is I want everybody to study the tablets for at least a year. Because I listened to a brother ask a question, right, today, from up there, and the answer is already in the tablet. The question they asked about Luna is in the tablet. The question they asked about Cannon, whether he's born in the ark out, is in the tablets. All these questions I asked on the internet, send me the questions about the holy tablets. And all these questions are answers. Every one we've gotten so far are in the tablets. It's just the people who open the tablets and they're reading a certain part and they're going, I'm stuck. And then they go and say, well, let me ask you a question so you would elaborate on that. And I'm like, at least read the manual before you try to put the bicycle together. That way when you do come to me and ask me questions, you will have covered thoroughly enough that you know that there's an error there, or I can say, well, that's a typographical error. Because y'all do know we have made it public that when we had the Holy Tablets printed, we sent it out to Texas because we were trying to get it done before Savior's Day. And they sabotaged it. They left verses out, changed words around. And they did it purposely, but it was done. The Father said we have sat back down, and it's been made public that I've gone back to a whole Holy Tablet within the last couple of months. We're doing it every day, and we're adding in all those errors and shifting things back to place so we can have it printed ourselves again and trying to get it out again before Savior's Day. So it's difficult to address those kind of points, because you might go to a point and I say, oh, that's one of those things they switch around. I have to give you a whole lecture, something I'll download. We was in the internet this week. Does anybody know what we did? This Thursday I was in the internet with everybody, and we was addressing the Holy Tablet. I said, okay, I'm going to give you all the benefit of the doubt. I will answer Holy Tablet questions. And I had to go back and show them where all the things they were asking were already right there in the book. And I would show the book and they would say, oh, I got it. After months of solving the lunar problem instead of realizing there's two moons, they just, well, you said Luna broke off from here, and it's right in the tablet, 6 it tells you. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me let everybody digest it. And by Savior's Day, we'll start with chapter 1, verse 1, explaining this holy tablet. But here's the problem. Another book has come through. Right? It's as thick as this and more detail. By the time you get here, you're going to be going to another whole book. They're just sending information that's been long lost in time to come back. If I'm saying, I'm telling you, there's another book called the Black Book that I started to, if you don't listen to it, I gave you the chapter and verse. I started to send the verse to it, and I said, whoop. I held it back and I just answered the question because I didn't want to put it into the internet so the devil can get out on it. If I don't see we get it to your hand. So I just don't worry about it. There's nothing that I've been sent here to tell you that they're going to ever be able to prove wrong. Nothing. And then, nothing. That's the real deal. But then,
I just want to say first of all that I love you and I love all that you guys do what you're doing for us. And I just want to know how to let myself get hooked up to them on the land.
It's not as difficult as most people think. The first thing we told everybody to do is, as in all historical events, it's time to make an exodus to a certain spot, like a designated place, whether it was the children of Israel or the Samaritans or the Hopis or the Trail of Tears. People who were scattered tribes started gathering in certain areas. It always happens right before a great event. The great event is happening now. If you walk out here at sunrise tonight when the sun is apparently set and look up, you'll see the 3 stars moving across the sky. We watched it come over, and it's lining up over the firmament. And every certain amount of days, every 70, it recycles and goes over. These are ancient prophecies that must take place, but you must gather, they tell you. The souls of the people must gather. Because it's that combination of souls that send that energy for the realignment. You follow what I'm saying? So we told people 5 years ago when we was up in Jazir Abba, and everything was very beautiful up there. Anybody was up there? Everything was set. But when they said it's time to go, regardless of the houses and the land and the pools and everything, regardless, we jumped up and we left everything. We left our houses, we left everything, and we came down here and started from scratch. But many of people here or there said, I'm not ready yet. They wasn't ready to work it with us. If I'm there, they want to come here once it's finished, and they walk into a famous apartment, with a quilt, and lay back and say, now I live on Kodesh. But they don't want to do as the children of Israel did, when they had to go into the wilderness for 40 years and suffer. They don't want to do as the children of Ishmael did, and the children of Midian did, and the ancient Egyptians did, and the Sumerians did, the Muslims who left and went over to that land and lived and suffered and scraped and burnt bridges, you see. Because as long as that bridge is behind me, I'm going back across it if something gets tough on this side. But if I burn them bridges, when I get on the side, I look back. I ain't got but one choice but to make this work. Whether it's raining, snowing, or hailing, I got to make this work. Because I can't get back across the bridge. Throw alligators in the lake. In other words, with people. Man, give everybody such a hard time. When you get on the side, you can't say, Mama, I don't like it. I'm going home. But no, niggas want to keep the ties in New York and in Chicago and in Trinidad and Jamaica. They want to keep these ties. And then come here with me and say, I hope what you're saying is right. When I say, I'm not a hope man. Everything I told you happened. Everything I told you to look for happened. This is not a place where people believe their craft. This is a place of people who saw the craft. That's why we gathered here. We're not people who have a doubt of whether or not there's some extraterrestrial involvement. Our doubt was how do we stay religious with the reality that there's extraterrestrial involvement and it's not mentioned in the books we say we believe in. That's where our problem came in. Our problem came into reality faces belief and fiction. And as a devout Muslim my whole life, it was very difficult to flip open the Quran and scan and scan and scan and scan and don't see craft. But I've seen craft. Ain't no accident all across the country, all out the country. People see the same beings. Some little village in Switzerland that doesn't even have a radio station or a newspaper, and people are coming to town and saying, little 4 feet men with big eyes. And then over in Australia and in Saudi Arabia where it's a Kaaba and millions of Muslims go make salah every year, over there people are seeing extraterrestrial craft. Now down in Gulf Breeze in Mexico, when they push, this one place, Roswell, to take everybody's attention off the reality. Now they got everybody talking about Roswell and whether or not that's authentic, and what about the millions of sightings that are going on today? What about people that are being abducted and coming back and going on hypnosis and telling the same story, describing the same beings, saying they got the same treatment, they got scars on their bodies, probes taken out of their bodies, pictures of craft throughout Mexico. They actually sat back with home cameras. We had it on the film last weekend. And there's thousands of people in Mexico that took pictures of metallic craft, stuff like this. Not lights zooming across the sky, but you can say, well, that could be this, could be a meteorite, could be this, could be this. Actual craft. You understand? And then when you come back as a religious person with religious convictions to Christ, Muhammad, or Buddha, or whatever, and you don't find it in your holy book, and you go to your reverend or your preacher or your pastor or your imam or your Kohan, and you ask them about it, they tell you you're crazy because you are the singled out individual in your church who had the vision, who saw the craft. The majority of church is so spooked out or so caught up in it they won't admit it that you look like a nut. And the preacher can turn around and say, well, that kid there's a little strange. He thinks he sees little green men. The concept of the little green men are stamped in your head by the media, by television, by cinemas, by the movies, as you call it here in America. So So that when I say, I saw a little man, I say, you're a little green man, right? And I can't continue my story without looking like I'm crazy. You follow? So we're the people who've had the real experiences. People that know something is getting ready to happen. We're the people that are psychic sensitive. We feel something ain't right in the air. Regardless of whether we were Christians, Rastafaris, Muslims, Jews, Catholics, whatever we were brainwashed into. We took the time to investigate our own feelings and set aside our beliefs. Set aside our religious convictions. We re-investigated the holy books that we had on our mantelpiece, where a reverend sat there and told us what we should think, how we should think it, what each thing means. And we stopped and said, wait a minute, let me ask a question. When I started asking questions that the reverend couldn't address, I became a blasphemer. In Islam, when I turned around and asked simple question, did Muhammad ride some type of camel creature to heaven or not? And if they said, what species is this camel creature? Don't get mad at me. Have the learned men of Islam explain it. That's easier. Don't get mad at me and call me a demon because as a child I maybe read the Quran and see where Buruj. I'm a hadith actually. Buruj. What's Buruj? I'm a kid. What's Buruj? I want to know. So what's this? Say yeah. Okay, well that's blessed. Right? Someone said, well this is a creature, a gleaming white creature, the size of a mule, with their ears are dragged to the ground, that Muhammad sat on in the night of Isra, and made an ascension to a place that didn't exist yet. Masjid al-Aqsa didn't even exist then. And he flew there on a donkey. So, listen, for all intensive spiritual purposes, for the mutasawwif of the Muslim world, I will accept that he traveled in time and space and saw the Masjid al-Aqsa in a spiritual realm before it was conceived on earth. Right? But all that falls in the realm of belief and faith, not reality and fact. Now, as long as I'm a belief and faithful person, that's a colorful story. But when it comes down to reality, I want to know what species this creature that flies through the sky belongs to. Is it the white horse that I see in the front of the movies, the MCM movies? I've seen the white horse in the rings, but I've never seen a white horse that looks like a mule or a donkey in reality in any circus or zoo or log in any of the species of this planet. So where the hell did it come from? And what is it? And I get mad because I ask. I get met with astaghfirullah, you kafir, you munafiq. You gotta be I even become shaitan. They go so far as to call you shaitan himself. So I am the shaitan? Because I'm back there, I was back there arguing with them in Adam's time because I got a question. Y'all niggas are really uptight. Y'all like 9 on the attention scale in this case. So I'm going to deal with that. I can't even ask you a sensible question before I become the devil. And as we who have been sensitized by forces, that means they made me and you sensitive. They made me and you inquisitive. We had to be walking along the street, minding our own business, and a book gleamed off of a table with some brother standing out there with whatever costume. This book catches your eye as you walk by you. And we go, what is this? What is this crap? What do people believe now? Mela who? Mela what? Mela what? Who is this guy? God, you're not goddamn God. And when they say he ain't no God, you know what they're doing? They're coming from their interpretation of God. They don't ask you when you say Malachi is God, what is your definition of God? They go right to their church or their mosque and say, stop it all over the nose of the shaitan. They go mumbling on down the street calling you shaitan. And they go, excuse me, have you ever seen a picture of a pharaoh in Egypt? They go, yeah. Did you know that they were considered gods? Yeah. It's not a black thing. Because Julius Caesar was considered a God. You know what I'm saying? That's what we mean. They can't even begin to conceive common sense and logic because they've been washed in faith and belief. You hear me? But people are gathering all over the world that are aware that there's something shady about belief. And that's the word I dwell on every week. And you know why? Like I said many times, because once I can get you to believe something about somebody, I can damn near make you do anything to them. I can come in and say, see all these people gathering in this place here? Yeah. They're a cult. They're a cult because they don't believe that Jesus Christ is their personal Savior. That makes them a cult. See the guy out there in the front? Yeah, he wants to make everybody commit suicide. Now why does that work so well in Christianity? Simply because the God of Christianity committed suicide for you. So you readily identified with Jesus willing to give his life for you. So if you're a Christian, the doctrine of suicide works well with you. And this is why the first thing they say about every group of people that's organized in this country who do not belong to a Christian denomination is they're a cult, and then it's followed by a suicide cult. But Christians are the ones who are suicidal, because every cult in this country and in Guyana and everywhere else, whoever committed suicide on a massive scale were Christians. Because it's in their doctrine to be willing to die for someone else. It's not in our doctrine. You hear me? It is also not in the Pope's doctrine. Because that nigga be trying to live. And I don't give a damn if you get mad. The Pope is trying his best to live. That nigga got a bulletproof Pope-mobile. You hear me? I want to know. I've been asking this question. I ask this question every week. I want to know if the Pope is God's best friend, him and God is tight. Why don't he want to go visit God? Why is he trying to teach me that I should want to die and go return to God when the Pope is ducking his ass off? They made him a new Pope-mobile when he went to Cuba with a lid on it. See, the old Pope-mobile, he could stand up like this here and do this. Right up. But the new Pope-mobile, he's sitting down doing this. Now, am I doing this too much? If he is so close to God, and I know as good as the Pope is, when he died, he got a direct ticket to heaven. He will not pass go. He don't need the $200. He's going directly to heaven, right? Mother Teresa, with all that beautiful stuff she did, she got a direct ticket to heaven. Mother Teresa had 6 collapses and pulled through. And they tell you when somebody that age has a collapse and pull through, they got to want to live. After that, so every one of us who had relatives that were old in the hospital that had a seizure, they say, that problem with you, they got to want to live. The family got to give them that desire to live. Well, if Mother Teresa pulled through 6 of them suckers, she had to really not want to see God. If the Pope is riding around a bulletproof Pope-mobile, he don't want to meet God. But he's teaching me to want to go and meet God. Billy Graham collapsed 4 times while giving a lecture. They go, oh, boom. And God didn't catch him either. Billy Graham hit the floor in front of thousands of his followers. It was on television. No angels came out the sky and grabbed his ass. Homeboy hit the concrete. Took him to the hospital, put all kind of tubes in him, pumped him back up. He was back out teaching again. Billy Graham should have woke up, pulled the tubes out, and said, I'm on my way, God. Because the Bible says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. And no one gets to the Father but by him. On the way down, the Pope was supposed to have, on my way, Jay. And they make that sound like blasphemy. He's making fun of the Bible. If the Bible was infallible and factual, I couldn't make fun of it. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, you wouldn't be laughing. You know why you're laughing? Because it's frightening to think about it. That's the real deal. That's why when we hear facts, the only thing we can do is laugh. Because if we don't laugh, we don't know what we might go out there and start doing to people. You understand what I'm saying? So now, here we come along, and we came a long way. And we the people that say, we don't care whether you're a Christian or a Jew, a Muslim or Buddhist, I don't care. But if you start messing with me, trying to convert me to your religion, I'm going to tear you a new butthole. As long as you don't bother me. As long as you don't bother me, I ain't going to bother you. We can come out here and connect and party together and dance together and have a good time. But if you say, well, let me tell you a story, man, about the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm going to say, hold it. I'm going to warn you now. I'm going to do the Holy Spirit on you if you do this. I'm saying I'm going to step to you because I'm not the man you want to start an argument with. I got a lot of sons and daughters out there that will take you through it gradually. You understand? But you don't want this straight right I'm going to hit your ass with. You understand? Why? You know why? Because when you deal with facts, fact after fact, people can't handle the truth. And they turn around and get mad at you. And then they say, you asked for this. I wasn't bothering you. Come on, the cadets, walk around the pyramids, pray to whatever you pray to, the way you pray to, and let us do our thing. But if you step over that borderline and step into our business, then we're going to have to clean your ass up. And we're going to do it with facts. All right, give me a Bible. There we go. You got one too, huh? This is why I don't have no time, but I'm going over this for y'all because why y'all use this. I got to use this so I can each week take you a little deeper into why this is bullshit. So this is where it all lies. You hear me? In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. Who's talking? According to Christians, this is God's holy book that he personally wrote with his own finger to Moses. I'm talking about at least the 5 books. Correct? So this should say, in the beginning, I created the heavens and the earth. But it doesn't say I, it says God talking away from himself. So now the question is, who's talking? Let's keep going. And the earth was without form, and void and darkness was upon the face and the deep. Now this person is talking about a formless earth, but at the last part he says the face of the deep. As you say in Hebrew, the surface of the deep. The deep is called water, yem, sea, the deep blue sea. Are you with me? Now, you got to stay in the mind frame to get this in, all right? And the earth was without form. The earth is the ground part. Earth in Hebrew. The matter part. It had no form. There was no mountains or seas to stand on. And void and darkness, boho and toho, they said, was upon the face of the deep. Check that out. Now, where was this person looking from? They had to be looking from one direction to see this. Look what it says. And the Spirit of God, or the Elohim, moved upon the face of the water. So this person was in the deep sea, looking up. And read it, I'm just read it, it's right here in the Bible. He's looking up from beneath the deep blue sea and sees God moving across the water. You understand? Now, no angel could be doing this without God's permission. And no Christian Jew or Muslim ever said an angel wrote that book. They say this is written by the Yad, or the hand, Yad Elohim, the hand of God. And they wear on their neck a Jewish symbol like this. And that is the Hebrew letter Yod, right? For hand. They say his own hand carved it. You hear me? So to them, God wrote this Bible. Is that right? They call it the word of. I want you to keep that frame of mind so you can see who's talking here. It's important. Next verse goes to verse 2 says, and God said, let there be light. This is not God talking. Someone talking about what they heard God say while they were in the deep blue sea watching God move across the water. He heard God from beneath the water say, let there was. And it says, and there was light. He's talking about what God said. He said, and God said something. He said, let there be light. And damn, it was light. And God saw, now I was watching with God, so God, he had to see God do this. Walk it. I ain't doing it. And God saw that the light was good, told. And God divided the light from the darkness. So God first looked at the light and said, and then he said, and divided it. Somebody's watching this happen, man. Now, so the Bible is they're looking at this in progress. 8:5, I mean. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning was on the. He didn't say God did that. He figured that out himself. Look at it again. He didn't say God did that one. He saw the light and day. He said, got to be evening and morning. So this person understood the motion of the sun around the planet before the sun was created. Because the only way you can get night, day, and evening and morning is the so-called motion of the planet around the sun. But there was no sun yet. Now how did he see that? A vision. From beneath the water? 7. And God said, no, 6, sorry. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. He created a separation in the waters. Check that out. And let it divide the waters from the waters. Come on, Rev. Come on, Imam. What the hell does that mean? That God made light, separated night, evening, dark, and then made two waters. Separate water from water. Where? How do you separate water from water? Where? The earth was still without water. They said they never said there was any form to the earth yet. And Muslims believe this because they say they believe in Torah. They say Torah is Kalim Allah. It's the word of Allah. Oh yeah, it's been tampered with whenever it doesn't match the Hadith or the Quran. Anytime you talk to him and something don't match, then oh, that's been tampered with. You ain't telling a person who was Hafiz the Quran, I know better. Talk to someone who don't know the language. The Khan, as they call it. Alright, let's go with that. 8. And God called the firmament heaven. Stop. And there was evening and morning was on the second day. So now, water's up there and water's down here. God divided in that way. Now, what is that? Where does that fit in your lifestyle, in your normal daily atmosphere? Evening and morning, there's something. Night and day is there. There's water up there and water's here. That's ascending water. You find it? Misty water goes up to form clouds and comes down as. There's baptisms happening already. And somebody, don't disappoint, somebody is watching this. Somebody is writing what God is doing and listening to what God is saying. And it ain't God himself. Go verse 1. And God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered together unto one place, clouds. And let the dry land appear. Now what? That means while all this was taking place, there was no dry land. Water was covering the whole planet. And at this point, dry land appears. So whoever is writing does not walk on dry land. whoever is writing breathes underwater. Because we uncovered somebody observing the creation before there was any place for someone who breathes air to walk. You understand? Somebody is breathing from underwater. Let's see what happens here. Watch the story. And God called the dry land earth. Can I go back a minute? Okay, but God just called the dry land earth in verse 10, correct? However, in verse chapter 1, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Come on, there's already an earth. It says earth in chapter 1, it says earth in chapter 2, and it's already. I'm not supposed to notice this. I'm supposed to sit up in church and gobble up the book and never notice this. And if I question this, then I'm a bad guy. I'm supposed to go on century after century and read this crap. And I'm not supposed to ever get intelligent enough on my own to see if it makes any sense. Now that don't make sense. And I'm going to put my soul in your hands and sit around and pray in the church and wait with you for the judgment day on this, based on this. Not no. Call me anything you want, but you can have this. I don't need this. I can do bad on my own. Anyway. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass and herbs and yielding seed, and the fruits and trees and the fruit trees yielding fruits after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. Again, somebody's monitoring this plant. God's now a gardener, planting garden. Right? You watching this? And the earth brought forth grass and herbs and yielding seeds after its kind, and there were trees and yielding fruits, whose seeds were in itself after its kind, and God saw that this was good. He had to wait for it to happen to see that it was good. He didn't know ahead of time that it was going to be good, because God said, let it be light, and then God saw that it was good. He didn't know when he created light it was going to be good. If he did, he wouldn't have to say that.